Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and for today we're going to be making a steak dinner, and we're going to be making steak and potatoes and asparagus and the works. But first things first, we got to start with our steak marinade. So I'm just going to go ahead and add 3 steaks into a metal bowl, mostly because I don't want to stain any of my plastic bowls. And to that I'm going to add salt, pepper, and some of that flavored olive oil that we made a couple weeks ago. I'm using the bay leaf and garlic one. I'm also going to add in about 2 tablespoons of honey, some Worcestershire sauce. Yes, I know I'm butchering that name. I always will. Some soy sauce, some red wine vinegar. I truly just have my cupboard open in front of me and picking out whatever I feel like. Some brown sugar and some chili flakes, some paprika, some onion powder, and some garlic powder. My goodness, did I ever use a lot of things for this steak. I honestly like a steak with just salt and pepper, but I was clearly feeling extra creative this day as I'm adding everything but this kitchen sink. And as if that wasn't enough, I also added in some garlic paste that had some chili and some ginger mixed into it. And then I just gave all of that a nice toss, and I set that aside. You can leave it for about 10 to 30 minutes depending on how much time you have. You can even leave it longer. You just want to leave it till your steak is room temperature, because that's going to be the best temperature for you to cook it at. You just don't want to cook it when it's cold. Now to move on to the vegetables, we'll be doing asparagus today, and the way I like to clean asparagus is to hold each end of it and then snap it, and where it naturally breaks off I will throw out the end and keep all of the tops. And then when I'm done with that, I'm just going to move on to the bacon. I started with half of the bacon and then I changed my mind and decided I was going to use all the bacon, and I just sliced it pretty thin into about 1 centimeter slices across. And then I'm going to separate that into 2 piles. I'm going to have a smaller pile, which is about 1/4 of the bacon, which I'm going to use for the asparagus, and then I'm going to use the rest of it in our mashed potatoes. So over at the stove, I already have the mashed potatoes going, and as you can see, I'm just going to poke through them with a fork, and if the fork goes through really easy, then they're done. My potatoes need a little bit longer, so I'm just testing the pan a little bit to make sure it's sizzling, as you can see it is. And then I'm going to add my steak to that nice hot pan. I have it at like a medium high to high heat depending on your stove. You want to just make sure it's a nice hot pan you're putting that steak into, and don't toy with it and lift it up, just let it go. And the time varies based on how much you like it to be mooing back at you, or if you like your cow nice and dead. And then I drained the mashed potatoes, and I'm going to add that 1/4 of the bacon into the pan, and I'm just going to render off all the fat and cook it down. And in the meantime, I'm going to flip my steak, and it has a nice brown golden color on it. I'm doing it in a non-stick pan, but feel free to use a grill pan if you have one of those. And then now that it's flipped, I'm just going to add some butter to the top because it makes it taste extra luxurious. And then I'll just let that cook again for another few minutes. I did my steak to medium rare, so I let it sit on each side for about 4 minutes. And then I just took it all off and I let it rest for 10 minutes. You always want to let your steak rest. It's going to help to keep all of those delicious juices inside and keep it nice and tender for later. And then I'm just going to add in the remaining bacon to this pan. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure I said to put 1/3 of the bacon into that potato pot. But actually, put the 3/4 of the bacon in there and put the 1/3 into your non-stick pan, because we're going to use this pan to cook our asparagus in. I'm also going to add to that pan the leftover marinade that we had from the steak, and because we're cooking the bacon for such a long time, it's going to cook off any of that rawness, so you don't have to worry about getting sick. Once we have that bacon cooked down to, I have it a little bit before it's crispy, so it's still a little soft because it's going to cook some more once this asparagus is in. I'm going to add to that some butter, some salt, and some pepper. I'll mix it around until the asparagus is like a very vibrant green, until it's just slightly flexible. And in the meantime, I'm going to finish off the mashed potatoes. So as you can see, the bacon for the mashed potatoes has cooked. I drained off all the excess oil before adding back into the pan my potatoes, and then I'm going to go ahead and season my potatoes. I just used some milk, seasoned it with salt and pepper and some sour cream, and then go ahead and mash it all up. If you like a very well mashed potato, I would suggest using a ricer, but if you want to have a little bit more texture and some more like variety in like the chunks and the smoothness of it, then I would say use a traditional masher. And I'm also going to keep mixing my asparagus at that same time, so that way everything finishes at about the same time, because we are making a dinner. You don't want things to be done at varying times. And then now that our steak has rested, I'm just gonna slice it against the grain, and you can do it in whatever thickness you like. I did it in about 2 centimeter thickness, and then I'm gonna set it aside to plate up dinner. But there's the finished product. We have our bacon mashed potatoes, we have our asparagus, and go ahead and wipe the plate because we need to take pretty pictures, but obviously you don't have to because you're just gonna eat it. And then add your steak, which we marinated, and I can vouch for it. It was really tasty. And yeah, guys, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you want me to cook in the future. Make sure to like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! I'm waving right now. You just can't see it.